Alex Keyes, welcome to Winning the Home Game.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. It's so funny because you're like a friend and I've worked with you for so many years, but you actually started off as our client.
Yes.
You bought a home in 2018 and lucky me, I was your lender.
And you inspired me so much. Then.
Oh, that's so kind. I don't think that was true, but you were saying that. But, just thinking about, that transition, because I don't think I've ever had a client like that, became a real estate broker. But what I can say about your clients is they are all, I'm not kidding, they're all so nice and they're
really
kind.
Yeah.
And they're either like somebody from your community, a past client referral, even like a current client referral. I've seen that too. Or they found you on YouTube, right? And they're so enamored by you. And when I hear that, I hear them say, "Oh, he's a YouTube star," And I get so excited because yes, he is a YouTube star. It's so funny because I was actually walking into Nordstrom in downtown, and this guy came up to me, goes, Julie Johnson Mortgage? And I was like, hi, thinking he saw me on Instagram. And he goes, oh, I saw you in a home in Seattle. So he noticed me from that too. And I thought, that's so cool.
That's great. I've actually DM'd with him.
Did you have you
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Yeah, that was really fun. But, just, I don't know, part of it is just because of who you are. You and Kendall, your wife, she's joined you at your brokerage. You're both so kind, inviting, and I think you attract those kind of clients. So I'm super grateful that I get to work with you.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming on and talking about the market here in
Yeah,
Seattle.
yeah, I'm excited to.
Okay. All right, great. So I'm going to start with, you studied sculpture,
Yeah.
okay, at the University of Oregon, and you taught art before you became a real estate broker. What made you decide to do that?
Which one?
Yeah, right?
Well, I got my MFA in sculpture or visual arts in general.
What is MFA? Just so
Master of Fine Arts.
Oh, gotcha.
It is a terminal degree, so you can teach at universities with that degree, which is what I did for a couple of years. And I love making things. I loved the education aspect of it too. Like teaching, it was really fun to just connect with students and watch them grow and learn. And I was a practicing artist for a number of years. I showed in a lot of the major Seattle galleries, did a couple international residencies. By all accounts, I was a moderately successful artist and making no money. And I couldn't see a path to financial stability doing that. So, as I studied art, I read about all of these artists in the 60s, 70s who did like property management, they did commercial real estate, all as a way to kind of support their art practice. So that really inspired me. And I was like, oh, I could do that too. And like, that could be a good little side hustle. And we, my wife and I flipped a condo that we bought at foreclosure auction. And just kind of fell in love with it, and I got licensed, and I wanted to help my friends buy a house too, and figure out how to live in an expensive city.
So it actually goes hand in hand because it seems like from all your videos you can build a home too. Closets, little dadoos on the property, like all that. Where did that come from? Art, or were you always handy like that?
I mean, I think I grew up being handy. I think my dad, he taught me how to work on. We lived in this 1901 house that he pretty much did all the maintenance and all the work on. He did an addition. We would like reglaze windows and do house maintenance. So I grew up with some of these skills already, and then I took wood sculpture classes, metal sculpture classes, so I learned about how to make a lot of different things, and just kind of taught myself how to work on houses.
So it's like you're born for this. So you're a teacher, so you like to educate, and then you could practically build a home, and then you have such a way of storytelling on your videos that when people see your videos, they're like, oh, I could really live in Seattle, and I like it, and it all goes hand in hand. So now I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for explaining. All right. From your podcast to videos you create documenting the life of a broker, how do you see multimedia enhancing the real estate education experience, especially to buyers?
Yeah, I think it's great. Multimedia makes this kind of obtuse industry and experience a lot more accessible. So like when I wanted to get into real estate and when I wanted to learn how to buy a house myself, I just started watching YouTube videos and listening to podcasts and like consuming as much as I could in order to learn. I think there's something really nice about learning in this kind of experiential way or from other people's experience, which is kind of how, which is what I really like about YouTube. It's like normal people just picking up a camera and talking to it and talking about what they know and what they've done.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to do. I
Right.
think that's what I've tried to do in my videos in trying to teach people.
Did you go to school for that? Just because your videos are such a good storyteller.
No,
a
I mean,
gift
I
then.
have this background in arts, and I try to bring that creativity to it. And I love making the videos. It's just this creative outlet for me, and I don't make a ton of sculpture these days, so the video making is kind of my outlet.
Right. I love it. I love it. Okay. So if someone is just starting to dream about homeownership, what's the very first step you recommend they take? So they go to you. What do you do?
Even before they reach out to somebody, I think just educating yourself is super important. Whenever I talk to people, I try to bring a lot of that education in, make sure that they're understanding what the market is like, what the whole experience of buying a house is like, and what it's like to own a house too. Because like I don't want people to be surprised by maintenance and costs and all of that sort of stuff. So I really think just consuming as much as possible and educating yourself is super important.
And do you also educate them too?
Yeah.
So when you meet with a client, what do you do?
We talk about like the whole process from start to beginning on what it takes to buy something, and answer any questions that come up. I like to go out for coffee with people, and we just sit down for like an hour and talk about everything that it takes.
Love it. Okay, great. Seattle is a very competitive market. I mean, I guess you can say right now, there's some homes that have multiple offers and there's some that are not, right?
Yeah.
What strategies are you seeing first-time buyers use successfully right now?
I'm gonna give a boring answer and say that it's just like getting the basics down is super important. You know, getting all your due diligence done, getting pre-approved, finding your team, a real estate agent, a good lender, a good inspector, and just like getting all your ducks in the row. Because it is a very fast-paced market, and I think like the number one way to be successful in getting a house under contract is to be fast and to be quick on your toes. And you can't do that unless you have all the basics prepared and ready to go.
The market could be pushy, right? Whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
You might fall in love with a home and all of a sudden, oh, you have 4 hours to make an offer on a home.
Yeah. And I just won a bid for a buyer. There were 6 other offers. At 9:00 at night, I got a text message from the listing agent saying that we were number 4 in line on price, and they were meeting their seller who was overseas at 8 a.m. to choose an offer. So we had 11 hours in order to adjust our offer if we wanted to, and we did. We came up by, I think it was just like $40,000, and we won the offer.
That gave me goosebumps. I love hearing those stories. Like never gets old, right?
Yeah, it's super exciting.
I love that. Okay. All right. So now we're at the home stretch here. One thing you wish that your client knew or they really understood before making an offer. I know that's kind of a broad question, but what comes to your mind?
I think in this industry, it's easy to forget that like everybody's a person, and like the seller on the other side is a person with their own hopes and dreams and plans, and having a successful, clean, easy home purchase really comes down to like understanding what does the other side want and how can you provide that in order to get what you want.
Wow, that's really, really good. I love that. Okay. You're very successful since you started. I mean, right off the bat, since you started right away your first year. I was looking up your numbers, really, really good.
Thanks.
What's a money tip you live by?
I have kind of a weird one. I heard this radio story probably a decade ago about how the language that you speak affects your relationship with money. And like Japanese in particular, it has a very future tense in speaking. Like you're talking about the future a lot, and the Japanese people are historically better at saving than Americans. So I mean that just it just made me think that like, oh, your relationship with money is totally just a mindset thing. It's how you think about it, talk about it. So I've tried to sort of adopt that and just be really future thinking about money.
Can you give me an example of that?
So we're really into real estate investing. We have 2 rental properties. We've done a couple live-in flips now, and these 2 rental properties, they don't do a whole lot for us financially right now. They make a little bit of money, but we keep that in the house in order to pay for maintenance, and but it's really more about like, oh, in 20, 30 years, a renter in there is going to pay this house off for us, and we're going to thank our past selves so much at that point when we can either keep getting rent on that house as kind of an income stream, or sell the house and maybe retire after that.
I love it. So money's it's a mindset thing. Love it. Okay, so you're a cook too, right? You cook.
I love
I'm going
cooking.
back to all your
Yeah,
videos.
I
Yes,
love
you do
cooking.
cook. Okay, good.
I love showing cooking.
Okay,
videos,
good.
yeah, it's fun.
So one must-have kitchen appliance or household item. You can't live without right now.
I bought a really nice coffee grinder, and I absolutely love it. It's not even that expensive, but it does all the fancy things, and I really like just fresh ground coffee every day. It's kind of a nice little ritual in the morning, and yeah.
Does it do anything differently than other grinders?
No, but but it works well. I appreciate that I can fix it if it breaks.
Yeah.
And it makes really good coffee.
Do you guys do pour overs, or what do you do these days?
I like a French press.
Oh, French press. Okay, I like that too.
Carry a pot out to
Yeah.
the living room.
I love that. No better way to start the day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Okay, so you recently moved your brokerage to Side. What made you take that leap, and what has changed for your team since then?
This is pretty new.
Okay.
Just like a month or 2 ago. Really, I think that, or at least I want to build this business that is very people focused, local, integrated with the local economy and other businesses, and moving to Side has kind of allowed me to have a lot more control over our brand and just create the narratives that I want to create.
Control.
Yeah.
I totally get that. Okay. That's where I moved to. Okay. All right. Okay. So what advice would you give to newer agents trying to build a personal brand? I mean, you came out of nowhere and everybody knows you. Everybody knows you. Yeah. What kind of advice would you give them?
I do think being a real estate agent, branding is the most important thing. So building a personal brand, I definitely recommend doing that and investing the time and money that it takes to do that. But really just being yourself. I think on social media, there's a temptation to hop on trends, copy people. But the really successful people are just being themselves and being authentic. And I think I've always tried to just like show that and be really approachable. And I found that people feel comfortable reaching out to me.
They do. And I've talked to your clients about that. I always say that, what you see on video is exactly what you see. And they're like, oh yeah, we met him. And they just love you. And it's wonderful. Yeah. Okay. So the brand is the most important.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. This is a big one here. Where do you see the Seattle market in the next 2 or 3 years heading?
More expensive.
Okay.
And probably equally competitive. I mean, you can just look at a lot of these other major urban areas around the country, and there's still room for Seattle to go up in price. But I also see that a lot more diversity of housing. We're seeing all of these condoization projects and backyard cottages, and a little bit more innovation in building and zoning going on just in the past 2 or 3 years. So as builders kind of latch onto that and see that there is a market for that and that people are interested in that, I think more of it will get built. So price per square foot might go up, but there will be some cool, smaller, diverse housing styles out there, I think.
A little bit more affordable too.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. Okay. Perfect. All right. Here's the last question for the day. If you could give one piece of advice to a first-time buyer, what would it be? And I know most of my clients are first-time home buyers. Would you say most of your clients are too?
Yeah, I'd say
Yes. And our first-time home buyer here, they're buying over $1 million. They make great money. They're very analytical. So in that theme, what would the advice be?
I think just be open to the different options and possibilities that are out there. I think a lot of people kind of approach buying a house and think, okay, these are the things that I want, the non-negotiables, the nice-to-haves. But as soon as I go out and house hunting with people, they start finding things that they didn't know were out there, or maybe things that aren't as important to them as they thought they were, or other things that are more important than they thought. So I think having just like this clear cut, dry list can be a little stifling, but being open to what's out there and a little bit of creativity can be really helpful.
I love that. Be open. And now with AI, you could put a room and put a house on Chat GPT and figure out what you can do to make it have more curb appeal, to open walls up. There's so much.
I've been doing that a lot. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. Can you give me an example of something like that, like a client that you had?
I have a lot of clients who end up just having a separate space in the house that they can have available for family or as a little bit of supplemental income if they want to rent it out. And they might not necessarily initially think that they want to do that, but either the houses that they want are a little bit out of reach financially, or they just decide that they want a little bit more community focus in their house and be able to host people and provide housing. I think it's pretty cool to watch that.
I've had a lot of clients also buying with their parents,
Yeah.
living with their parents, which is great because they could afford, a more expensive home, a bigger home,
Yeah.
and they have 3 generations right there, and it just keeps the family together. I love that.
Yeah, me too.
I would love to live with my kids if you're listening later on in life. All right. Okay. Well, where can people find you?
A home in Seattle, everywhere. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. We have a podcast. Yeah.
What's the name of your podcast?
It's called A Home in Seattle.
Okay, perfect. And how often do you post on YouTube?
A little less regularly these days, just because we're busy. But at least once or twice a month.
Right. Do you have outside company helping you at all with that? Is that all you?
No, I do it all myself.
You just love it so much.
Yeah.
You can't delegate it, can you?
No, I can't.
That's all about you. Well, you're good at it. You're great at it.
Thank you.
So, all right. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks
Always
for
a
having
pleasure
me.
seeing you.
Yeah.
Thank you.